I'm in very
That reminds
intrigued
me
by
of
the
us.
end. Well, we don't know who he is. Sam Fender, first time reaction, people watching, a star in Andrew Scott. Who am I? I'm Craig Madden. Who is he? Tom Cockerell. Two dedicated life coaches for men out there with men's mental health. And we are the stress coach and husband improvement coach to help men out there. But we still do music reactions because we believe that music is through the soul, through the spirit, through the heart, and then we can show love through it. And it actually makes us feel a bit better. We are Happy Man, Happy Home, and we can't wait to see Sam Fender. Thank you for the recommendations. I don't know what we're going to get out of this. Rap, rock,
We
pop,
have
chop.
absolutely zero idea. We go into every single reaction completely blind. We like to learn from the fan base. It is you, lovely ladies and gentlemen, that help us. They guide us. They support us as we learn these new artists. So don't forget, when you do leave those lovely comments, support the original artist. Hashtag Sam Fender or whatever his biggest hashtag that he uses for himself. And if at any point you do enjoy myself and Craig, then make sure you like it, sub it, love it. Let's press play. I don't know what to expect.
I don't know. I don't even know what he looks like. How about that?
Oh.
Oh, didn't expect that music, admittedly.
Ah.
Sort of like an indie vibe to it. Ah, hitchhiking.
Bit of a drifter, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe after he's lost his mum.
Well, it's a very loving song at the moment. It's been, it's very difficult to talk about too much at the beginning. I mean, really only seeing is visually what he looks like and this type of music that I wasn't expecting after seeing him on the road there and stuff. I thought, I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting the sort of indie, very vibrant rock sort of thing. But I sort of, again, got a very unique voice as well. But I feel like within his voice, it's got that sort of low anguish tone that he's talking about love, and he feels a bit disjointed from life. He seems to, within the video, seems to have disjointed himself from things in life as well, drifting and going to random cafes, etc. But I am intrigued to see a lot more. I think I'm not going to say too much at this moment about Sam Fender. If I'm assuming that might be Andrew Scott, actually, but
yeah, so I think this guy is Andrew Scott just because of the title there. Like you said, that's how we know we go in honest. Like, we don't know who Sam Fender is, so we didn't know who that geezer was. But Andrew Scott is the actor. I'm not sure who that is either. That's what the comment sections are there for. Help us, educate us. In terms of the story, I'm very intrigued. Like, I mean, as a picture of a video, like old school, like a woman and a boy. I mean, that might be his wife, and that might be his son, or it might be him as a child. But either way, the way he sort of woke up on the street, he's like lost all hope, lost all sort of desire and ambition in his life. Like, so maybe this is something to do with a lost cause. I think when we got this recommendations, this is a story of grief. The music, though, is absolutely, it is quite uplifting, quite upbeat. It almost gives like a an open door of hope, as it were. And his voice is, very indie style. It sort of gives me that sort of the Kooks sort of vibe to it, very like indie, and I like that. But yeah, like I said, like Craig said, it's very early to tell so far. So there's
people
more.
watching. That's the name that's going to stick with me now. People watching. Why? Got a nice smile. Looks like a happy man, in a way.
Yeah.
Oh. Is that a prosy, is it? Or is it just a woman he's hooked up with? Just living life at the moment. Well, not really.
the signs, the fullness was around the clock, and the beauty of youth, it left my breaking heart. But it wasn't hard when you love someone. Oh, I stayed all night till you left this life. That's just love.
Wow, it's a lot to talk about.
I know. Do you know what, mate? It's always fascinating, like trying to sort of dissect elements of the song and that. And I'm still picturing back to those first images, very old school, sort of retro. I'm going to make an assumption that it's his mum, because we saw like a little boy with dark hair, and his mum. And I've noticed in his music video, he's been so kind to these ladies that are a bit older to him. He's always smiling, always top charm like these older ladies, and he seems to be like in a place where he's obviously a really nice guy, like a happy guy, like he's like a genuinely good person, but he's finding these vices to sort of distract him from that pain rather than overcoming and dealing with them head on. He seems to be like, what a lot of men do is take it out on the drink. They'll just get drunk, numb themselves to near death, and he's waking up like on the side of the road. We've seen him out by the on the pier there, absolutely destroying himself. But you can tell he's a good person, so it's quite like an emotional touch to it. The music's very like upbeat though, like the actual it's quite like, it makes you want to like sort of like have a little dance to it, like, if you will. But I think that sort of matches his like warm personality that we're seeing within this music video. But yeah, it's so far, mate, it's definitely very interesting.
It's very well done, I must admit, especially with the music meeting the requirements of what he's doing in life. Because I even got tricked into it, said, well, he's just living his life. And then I realized, well, actually, he's not really, is he? He's actually probably just ruining his life, like just going around. I mean, yeah, there's people out there that just want to be alone. They will own wealth. They travel the world. That's absolutely fine. But I mean, the real meaning is, wanting to be there with a family, a loved one and stuff like that. But it's just the way, that, like you said, he's very smiley. He's very happy. He's a bit of maybe potentially a bit of a womanizer, a bit of a player or whatever. And he just likes to charm women, sleep with them, make friends, even if they're men, and just move on to the next sort of town, have a bit of a drink with people. But I feel like sometimes you just see him there, very, very quick snippets of it. And I think that's where we're watching. We're the people watching. We're watching him sometimes where he's just looking into like space and he's like, I'm lonely. And even though he's got all these different new people, and I think this goes back to, like what a lot of people try and sell these days, which me and Tom are, I wouldn't say we're against, but we're definitely more for the fact that, family is why we're happy man, happy home, because we know that men, we want to be needed. And as soon as a woman does something to him, do you see him? He's like, oh,
a little bit of poetry written in there as well. Again, it was such a snippet. I would have missed that if I didn't actually. I was trying to read that word from "Stay Till Night." I was like, "Stay high night." I couldn't quite read it. Something like that. Poetry.
I'm very intrigued about the end. I'm intrigued about the end, how this is going to end. He just wants hugs.
I just want to be loved.
He wants connection, yeah. Oh, he's realizing something.
He's thinking of his mum.
He's running away from it, literally. Running as fast as he can. I love this. So smart.
Yeah. Aww.
Wow. Oh, he's back. Memory to his mum. I tell you what, mate. So you make sure
That
nothing
was-
happens. I tell you what, mate, right? Like, I have to say, what a very perfect indiction of a man masking his issues and the music and everything. And unless you're actually watching this video going in with the mindset of, this is about grief, you may miss it. You may just get, oh, look at this guy. He's enjoying life. He goes around, he drinks and stuff. And yeah, he's got some tough times. But what I loved about it was how he masked the pain by the dancing, by the happy music, the trumpets, the blues, the jazz, the indie. Like, because normally if you put this story into context of a song, you'd expect like a sad, very low, sad song. But in this case, he didn't. He kept it upbeat because what he's doing and he's showing in a man's perspective, he looks happy, doesn't he? Everybody who meets him, he's smiling, he's drinking, he's smoking. He becomes a lad, he becomes a legend, a geezer because he's going out with the lads all the time. He's drinking. Oh, man, look at that guy. He doesn't give a shit. He'll smoke this, he'll drink this. He's out with the ladies. But really, there's a big message, the big deep hole. His mother has left him through death or maybe through another reason, but we'll go with death in this case. And he's never really had someone to fill that hole. And men, we need it. And you'll see a lot of men out there. They may be millionaires, billionaires. They may be, just on their own. And we can't deal with loneliness. It's a weakness of ours. We're just not great with it. So when you see the men out in the towns and they're a bit boisterous and they're a bit loud and obnoxious, it's because they do not understand, or their body or their brain, doesn't understand that there's something missing, and that's a connection with a wonderful woman that can help him by nurturing, caring for him. And I look back in my life, and I'm sure Tom will do the same. Don't get me wrong, even when we got married, we were having some crazy nights, but how much we changed when we got married in the fact that we weren't going out to town until 3 or 4 in the morning and chatting up women and doing mental stuff and hanging off bridges and going in canoes, trying to sail to boat to Africa and breaking into bars, because it wasn't that we didn't have, we just didn't have that somebody there in a love sort of relationship and responsibility way. So thank you so much, Sam Fender and Andrew Scott, for the acting. It was beautiful for me.
You know what, mate? I fully agree with everything you said there, mate. That was absolutely, what a beautiful introduction to Sam Fender. I think that was absolutely such a beautiful portrayal. Made you really sort of like think about it, and it was definitely a pleasure to watch it with a music video to go with it as well, because I thought it just went beautifully hand in hand. I even said there at some point, like, that reminds me of me and you back in the day, like a little bit out of control and chaotic, battling your own stresses and frustrations. It's only until we start doing what we do now that we can like pinpoint it, develop from it and help people sort of guide them past this, like to deal with it. That is like one of the main things that we sort of do now. So for this to get recommended onto us was absolutely pitch perfect. They did say it'd be perfect for sort of the style of content that we sort of make. Absolutely bloody loved it. I thought it was just, I look forward to seeing more. I really do. But of course, if you did enjoy this reaction/review, then please feel free to like the thumbs up button, hit the subscription, and ring that notification bell as well for Happy Man, Happy Home. And thank you as well for giving us so much of your treasured time. It's been an absolute pleasure, hasn't it, Craig?
Yeah, it really has. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to leave hashtag Sam Fender or Andrew Scott to support the actor we assume in this video. And thank you so much for watching. Leave recommendations down below. And thank you for the recommendation. I'll name the person Al. Thank you very much for the recommendation. That was your first name. Can't remember your second. Apologies. And I must say, if you are looking for some help, guidance, we are the stress coach and the husband improvement coach in the UK. And we're happy to help men. And we are helping men at this current time. And it's just the way they change their lives. This really gives us meaning and we love it. So please don't be scared. Take that action. Don't be the guy running around looking for someone to help them without asking. It's been great to meet you. We want you to live that happy home.
And we also want you to be that happy man in that happy home. So thank you.
Put them on the spot.